Hey guys, I'm Morthadon, and we are here for a new show, Parasyte the Maxim, Episode 1. So, we are replacing Fire Force, sad to see it go. I'm excited for the potential of Season 3 and going forward, assuming that we do get more. I heard it's a possibility coming, so I pray, because that was a very good show, I enjoyed it, but for now, it is time to move on. I know nothing about this show. All I know is I've seen some other reacting channels that I enjoy watching do it, and I've also had a few friends tell me that it's a good show too. So it's been on my list for a while, and I threw it on a few polls recently, and it has finally won. In case you didn't watch my other video, it actually did tie with Serial Experiments Lane, which I plan on doing that show as a replacement for One Punch Man, because One Punch Man, I'm already almost done that one. So rather than doing another poll, since it tied with this one, I decided to do that one. Since that one's a little shorter, I decided to start this one now, since it's a little longer. That way, maybe those two will wrap up around the same time, and maybe what I'll do is I'll just do another poll, and I'll take first place and second place and do those two shows, rather than continuously doing two polls around the same time every time. But we'll see how it all goes. Maybe I will and just end up doing two polls. But either way, if you guys are new to my channel by chance, I do full length reactions, which means there's going to be a timer up in this corner here. I'm going to do a little bit of a countdown. There's going to be a well, I guess I'm going to do a countdown, and then there's going to be 15 seconds of footage in this corner as well, which is going to help you guys sync up your copy with my copy. So you need to have your own version of the show, and you're gonna watch along with me, which I know it can be a little bit annoying, and I like to tell you guys that now, so that way if you're new, you can leave now. I apologize, but if you choose to stay, I appreciate it. It makes it a little harder on you, but I don't have to deal with copyright issues, and it also gives you guys the ability to watch the full episode with me, whereas most channels will cut it up into less than 10 minutes, and you're missing out on like over half the episode and maybe some of your favorite parts and stuff, whereas here you get to watch the whole thing with me. So it has its ups and its downs, but I apologize. It's if you ever go to a channel and you see like some of the videos are down, or almost an entire series is down, and sometimes they'll never fix it, and it's like, it's one of those things where, I mean, it just happened to me the other day. I was watching a reaction, and I missed a couple weeks, and one of the episodes was down, so I had to skip it. And it's such a painful, like, maybe it isn't as bad for you guys, but I hate skipping episodes. I want to watch their whole thing. I want to see what they think of each and every episode as it goes along. So I was forced to miss one because it got taken down and they hadn't fixed it. That's the kind of thing, like, that's why I do this format, but it's easier on me without having to try to go back to hundreds and hundreds of videos and keep them updated and uploaded and everything. So either way, that's how I do things. So yeah. Also, let me just plug my Patreon real fast. It's a way to support my channel and everything. I very much appreciate it. It'll get you 2 episodes ahead of time through the early access tier. And then there's the Patreon show tier, where I watch entire shows before I start releasing them onto YouTube. So, for example, right now I'm watching Symphogear. I'm up to season 2. You guys won't see any of that coming to YouTube until I finish all 5 seasons, and then I'll start releasing 1 episode at a time. And if you guys wanted to, you could become a patron and watch through the entire thing. I'm doing the same thing with Better Call Saul if you're into live action shows. So check all that out if you're interested. The links are in the description below. Very much appreciate it. But without further ado, I know nothing about this show, as I said before, so I kind of just want to jump in and experience it. So I'm watching subbed. I pretty much watch everything subbed. That doesn't mean that I don't like dubbed. There's some reactors I watch that do dubbed, and some of the shows I've really fallen in love with the dub by watching through them. So, but I still do sub just because that's just how I've always done things, I guess. But yeah, so that's the case. Let's start this episode, shall we? We're gonna start here in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, now. The earth round. Sudden thought. Oh! What? What? That's not a thought! We get an opening. What the fuck was that? Okay, so there's... I guess the show is called Parasyte. Some kind of parasite? Ugh. Just nasty bug things hiding as people. That guy has an eyeball in his hand. Pretty good song. Hey, it's Madhouse. We do some good shit. I say some good shit. They're very good. Oh. Metamorphosis. Does it... Does the voice speak? Well, obviously the voice speaks. That was a stupid thing to say. Does the... We saw this guy in the opening with like an eyeball. Oh, maybe he doesn't have it yet. Most important meal of the day. Uh-oh. A fear of bugs. With what seems to be this world. Oh my god. It speaks. Ugh. I am terrified. I hate all of this. Oh. He was able to predict it. So did his hand react on its own? Oh my god. How anime. Yep. Deserved. Does his hand have a mind of its own? It's like, I need the boobies! Is his hand sending messages that he doesn't realize he's sending? Ugh! Uh-uh! This is like my biggest fear. Oh, so that's the snake that the dad was talking about? Shit! Oh my god, it just went in! Oh, this is why he put the headphone cord around his arm. It all makes sense! So it, like, embedded itself in his arm rather than... You know that thing that people do when they try to make their hand fall asleep to, you know, never mind. Did it heal already? Uh-oh. Yeah, so his hand was acting on its own again. I don't blame her. I have a feeling this whole show is gonna gross me the hell out. It's like friggin' Matrix bullshit. Going in the belly button. Shit! Save the kid! Oh my god, that is a strong arm. Oh, the eyeball's out. Oh shit! Dating 12 women, is that what that just said? Oh shit! Is he gonna talk to him? We heard the voice early on. Ugh! It's like Our Real Monsters. Oh my god, it really is like Our Real Monsters. So it's probably supposed to take over his whole body, right? Oh shit! Oh, look at that thing. I hate it from both sides. Ugh. I'm doing teenage boy things. So I wonder... if searching this is gonna, like, ping them on some database of... And I watch a lot of anime, like... some some secret organization or something that knows about all this, because either we're seeing the initial breakout of this incident and no one knows about it yet, or it's a hidden part of this world, right? He's eating for two. And they're not gonna believe it. This... Is this the same... Oh. Oh god. That's a leg. Okay, I don't think that was the same guy from the start of the episode. That's not laundry, that's flesh. Ugh. I wonder if this is like the just beginning. We're seeing a lot of different incidences, I feel like. Oh! It has wings! It can transform into a lot of things. Oh, it can talk better now. And you're gonna Google alien? Hmm. Ah. So it's stuck in the arm. Huh. That's the point. I hate the noise. Ugh. Why that noise? Time to be a superhero with your super arm. Alright, well. Doesn't mean I don't want any today. Oh, I haven't had toast in a while. I'd love some toast. It's not great for my diet, so I usually don't have it, but... is he just reading news stuff, or is he like a investigator? Oh, is he not bothered by bugs anymore? Interesting. I guess he didn't think much of it because of how crazy his hand is. It just makes bugs seem like not a big deal now, or is it has the parasite like uh changed something within him? I won't be able to. It's all about you. Oh, can sense their own species. All right. If it reached the brain, though, what's it gonna be like? Are they gonna have to fight it? Hmm. It's either hiding or... Oh, well, it can make you, I guess. Alright, we gotta learn. Oh no, it's eating a person, isn't it? Oh, I got into a dog? Oh no. Ugh. That's messed up. Well, made it to the brain, but... Oh. Oh, man. It's too graphic. I like it. I love how disturbing it is, don't get me wrong. I should say that. Oh my god, look at that thing. Ugh! Alright. Gotta keep you alive. Oh, time to fight! Oh shit! So how do you kill these things if they're able to morph? I guess if you... Oh, you just take the heart. Okay. Okay. Very poetic that... Obviously it should have died when the heart was removed, but when they pop the heart, then it... dies. Obviously it's just timing and shit. Very anime thing, though. I wonder if it can get rid of, like, the blood. Can it, like, absorb it, or just wash it off in a fountain? Okay. It's cold! 2 days ago. Oh, the sudden thought. Oh, shit. That's fucked up. Oh shit, is it an actual alien thing? Did it actually come from the sky? Or outer space, I should say. Obviously it came from the sky there. So, like, they came out of spores. Oh, alright. That's episode 1. We do watch the credits here, guys, so I will watch them, because, I never know when there's going to be after credits. So, I usually just sit here, watch through. Sometimes I'll talk about the episode. First time watching, though, I'll listen to the song and watch. Alright. Man, life should be protected. Interesting. But it didn't say humans, right? Like, that technically means that these parasites are lives, too. Follows the anime format of having, like, very, strong openings and then, like, song. Oh, God. Is this, like, preview stuff I probably shouldn't be watching? Cool little imagery, though. Okay, definitely not watching. I don't want to know the next episode's name. I paused the report, showed it. That is it, guys, for episode 1. But yeah, typical anime thing where they have, like, a more intense opening and then a more, like, quiet and, like, chill ending. I heard some people talk about that one time where it's supposed to be, like, the opening is supposed to hype you, like, especially when they show this kind of thing on TV for kids and stuff. I say that with this show, it's pretty fucked up. But, I don't know if you want your kids to be watching it. But for, in general, with anime, sometimes they'll have intense openings to get you, like, hyped and excited for the episode. And then more, like, quiet, slower endings. So that way, because it's, like, over, it's calm down time, it's wind down time. Sometimes it's like, okay, now it's time to go to bed. Here's, like, a nice, quiet, you know, more slower ending. But I don't know if that's really why they do it, but I heard some people talk about it that way before. But yeah, what a disturbing show. I liked it, though. That's one thing that I want to stress, is because, like, I said I hate it and, like, it's disgusting and too graphic, but I love all that stuff. Like, if it can make me feel that level of disturbance, because, like, there's some shows that I watch that have some disturbing stuff in it, but it never really bothers me. And this one, like, it was disturbing, but I can already tell, like, I'm already starting to get used to the form, at least the forms we've seen the hand take so far. It was very disturbing at first, but now it's becoming a little bit more, like, I'm already starting to get used to it. So I can definitely tell that as we go with Shinichi, the protagonist here, I'm going to get a little bit more used to the forms that his hand takes. I'm sure it's going to be kind of one of those things where, you know, we have the protagonist. I'm sure we're going to have some probably overarching storylines, but we're probably going to have some, like, freak of the week kind of episodes where we just follow along, where they're tracking down, kind of like here where they track down the dog. Next episode we might track down another one and either fight it or, you know, and try to learn information as to its origins, because the one in the arm doesn't have any kind of any kind of memory before really embedding itself into the arm, kind of thing. Or I guess before it knew that it wanted to go for the brain, and that's pretty much all it knew. So I'm really curious, like, is it an alien entity? Like, have they existed before, or is this the first time they're ever showing up, right? Like, I talked about it a little bit during the episode. I'm always fascinated by this kind of thing, because sometimes this kind of thing will happen to the protagonist of a show, and then some organization that is here to, like, fight these parasites will show up and recruit the main character to fight with them, kind of thing. But it kind of felt like this was like the starting incident, right? Like this is it. This is the first time they're showing up on Earth. I guess we'll find out more, like, as you know, we're kind of in the situation of the main character and of this entity in its arm, where we don't really know what's going on, and we have to learn. So, which is also exciting. I love like that kind of storyline, because I really adore trying to figure out the lore in these shows, and as we learn more information, it's always, I mean, I guess that's, in general, that's what makes stories, right? But, like, especially when it involves, like, some entity that I've never seen before, and stuff like that, it's like, I always want to learn more. Like, on my Patreon right now, I'm watching Symphogear, which has that kind of thing. It has these entities that pop up, and I want to know more about their origin, where they come from, and everything. Like, I love learning all those little background tidbits. So I hope eventually we find some more of these parasite things that that might know more, and stuff like that. So it's pretty exciting. And maybe some humans that know about it, kind of thing, or are trying to learn about it. It's going to be fascinating. It's creepy and cool. I love it so far, really do. Animation looks very good. I feel like, especially, like, I think it's like a 2014 to 2015, which isn't that old, so it makes sense. But there have been, I mean, that's what, 9 years ago, so. But I felt like it was pretty good, and I'm really looking forward. Yeah, I imagine we're gonna have some fights. We saw some cool designs in the opening of, like, people. Like, we saw some, like, chick that had some, like, thing that came down in front of her and stuff like that from her head. Like, I think it was a chick anyway. Either way, regardless of gender, I'm pretty sure these parasites don't even have genders. So once they take over the brain, I don't know how all that works, but yeah, it's I imagine we're gonna see some crazy shit in this show. Like, if this is episode 1, I can't even imagine where we're gonna be when we're, at episode 20. So, very, very cool. We have a few things here. We have the main character, Shinichi. I didn't catch, like, a last name. I'm guessing that's his first name, because that's what his mom said. Usually, even in Japan, the mom isn't going to use their family name, right? So I don't know their family name. I'm sure I'll learn it eventually. They might have said it in the episode and I missed it, but either way, regardless, Shinichi's all I need anyway. I like how he started the episode, and it was very mysterious. Like, we had him, like, talk about, like, the dad said, like, did you find the snake? And, we had, like, the little, like, creepy voice and everything. Granted, watching the opening was kind of like, I already knew that this guy had something in his arm, kind of thing, so obviously it was already in my head, but I did enjoy the formatting of, talking about the snake and being like, oh, what does he mean by that? And then it's like talking about your headphone wire being wrapped around your arm, and that's why your arm is sore, and stuff like that. And you're like, oh, like, I've had things wrap around my arm while I'm sleeping. I assumed he was just, like, sleeping in bed and had the cord ended up, like, wrapping around and getting a little bit tight, and woke up and his, like, arm was asleep or something. And that was just, like, my assumption. But then we see it all pieced together a little bit later in the episode, where they show that this bug thing comes in that they reference as the snake, and jumps into his arm in order to stop it. He thought pretty smart there. Like, that was quick thinking to, you know, when you see it crawling up your arm. Like, honestly, I don't know if I would have thought fast enough. Like, that is, I'm not gonna say it's my biggest fear, but I absolutely hate the idea of having something like under my arm. Like, I can't stand having anything on me in general. Like, any kind of bug or anything, like, I'll freak, like, I won't freak out, right? But I'll quickly, like, go to get it off. I can't imagine having it under my skin. I don't even know how I'd react. I don't know that I'd be quick enough to, you know, grab something to wrap around my arm like that. Like, that's pretty crazy that he thought that quickly, but yeah, so he managed to stop this entity from making it to his brain, so he is still him. So instead, it like embedded itself in the arm and is feeding off of his bloodstream and everything to keep itself alive. So, very, very interesting and unique circumstances, which also leads me to believe if this happened to him, I imagine it possibly could have happened to other people too. So it'll be interesting to find other humans that have these parasites within them, and where did it happen to them, right? Like, I'm trying to think, because obviously it can't really be the head unless they somehow managed to stop it before it hit the brain, but I don't know how you do that in your head, right? Like, it could be like the cheek or something like that, but like how they stop it from getting to their brain if it made it all the way to the cheek, right? I don't know. But obviously, like, arms, legs, maybe someone stopped it in their, like, finger or something before it got too far, and they only have, like, one finger that's all fucked up. I don't know, but I look forward to seeing that. Like, what are the other ones? Like, we have the one that's within Shinichi that has, like, a higher pitched voice, right? We had the one that was within the dog that had, like, more of a deeper voice, so they're gonna have different voices for the different parasites, and you know, I imagine we're gonna see other people that are in this situation too. I mean, maybe not. Maybe he really is a like one of a kind of thing. That could very well be the case. But yeah, I could definitely see like a group of people coming together to maybe fight the parasites and stuff like that, because they just seem to be devouring people. You know, so if they feed off of their host, then why does the host have to go around killing people? That's what I'm wondering. Like, it was eating another dog. Why? Why not just feed off of the host that it's in, right? If that's the case, does that mean the one that's within Shinichi is gonna have to feed on more than just Shinichi's blood? Or, you know, I wonder how that works, kind of thing. Or is it just like some natural instinct that comes to them to like murder people? But if that's the case, then why did the start of the episode say like it started when a person thought that life should be protected, right? Like, that seems the complete opposite of what these things are doing. They seem to be taking lives and then using the bodies they take over to take more lives, kind of thing. I don't know. I wonder if that's like a hint to the origin too. Is that possible? Like, they what am I trying to say here? Like someone created these. Maybe they're not alien. Maybe they're a scientific creation to try to enhance the body so that way people can protect themselves. I don't know. That wouldn't really make sense though, because if you enhance the body, that means that bad guys could get it too to enhance themselves, and you know, you're just raising the bar. If I become stronger and they become stronger, we're still just on even terms, you know. But I don't know. I always speculate though, whenever it's like assumed to be like an alien thing, I always think like, ooh, I've seen enough anime that it's not an alien thing and it ends up being like some shit that some maniac created in a lab, sort of thing. So I think that's definitely a possibility as well. But yeah, so I wonder if we're gonna get a name for the being in the arm, right? Because right now I'm just calling it like the entity in his arm. I feel like that's a little too difficult, so I feel like we're gonna get a name for it. I feel like we have to get a name for it, right? Eventually, because even he is gonna be annoyed by just being like, "Hey you," you know, "Hey you." I'm sure he's gonna give it a name, or it's gonna come up with a name for itself, like, "Hey, call me this," you know. So once we get that name, it'll be a little bit easier. But that the entity in his arm is able to sense its own species, which is also cool for a protagonist to have, because that means he'll be able to, you know, potentially go out there and be the hero and try to stop these guys. So, but yeah, like I wonder in the beginning of the episode, right? We had, oh my god, I like cut to where it devoured the. So I guess that's husband and wife, right? I'm guessing in the very beginning, the parasite got in the husband and then ate the wife, and then later on, I'm pretty sure we saw that same guy with like the kid being like daddy or whatever, and we saw the parasite starting to learn how to talk in the body, which also shows that I mean, it makes sense, but the parasites will be able to talk even if they eat the brain, because obviously we know the one in his arm can talk, but yeah, I imagine we're gonna get some like sophisticated parasites that have their own agendas. Maybe they'll form like teams, kind of thing, that we'll have to encounter eventually. Like that's another thing in the opening, that we have some of these like crazy looking ones. I don't know if I'll be able to find them again. Oh, I just had them. Yeah, like yeah, that's like a crazy looking. Her hair is like nuts and stuff. She looks actually pretty badass though. Um, but yeah, I'm fascinated, guys. I cannot wait to watch more. I really can't. It's gonna be really interesting. I think it's so different from anything I've watched in a while on my channel. Like, I'm trying to think. Maybe not taking over people, but I mean, I guess Jujutsu Kaisen, we had like the curses and everything, so those were kind of like weird creatures, but they didn't really take over like human form and morph the human form, right? Like, I feel like I may have seen an anime like this in the past, but I don't think I ever seen one like this on my channel. It's pretty disturbing, and I look forward to being disturbed. So, yeah. I think that really covers everything that I kind of wrote down, and I think that's pretty much it for me, guys. I already talked about my Patreon and everything, but make sure you guys hit that subscribe button if you enjoyed. I very much appreciate it. Yeah, I mean, it's a crazy show. I'm gonna have to go watch a reaction to this. Like, I don't know. I don't think I'm gonna do it right away, but maybe once I get like halfway through the show, I'll start a reaction from the beginning. Obviously, I won't go past what I've already seen, but this is one of those ones that are gonna make for a good reaction to watch because of how like creepy and fucked up it is. But yeah, thank you guys so much. That's going to be it from me. Once again, all the links should be popping up on the screen. They'll also be down in the description. All kinds of things. I also have a Discord if you want to join that and talk. I'll be making a channel for this too. Make sure you keep it spoiler free, please. But yeah, so if you want to chat about anything really, you can hop on that. Like I said, links are in the description. So thank you guys so much, and I will see you in my future reactions. Bye-bye.